Welcome to EF Pod English. Brought to you by EF Education First and English Town. Learn anytime, anywhere. Pod English Pre-Intermediate 43 Business Meeting.
Paul, you've been with this company now for several years. Where do you see yourself?
Well, I think my performance has been really good so far. So maybe in the next year or two, I'd be running one of the departments, or maybe one of the smaller sub-companies.
So you want to move up the corporate ladder?
Yeah, I think my performance reflects that.
I don't think you're moving in that direction right now.
Today we're going to learn about language you can use in a business meeting. We're going to learn what these words mean: performance, productivity, and a raise. We're also going to look at the second conditional, like this sentence: if I were you, I'd ask for a raise.
What do you mean?
What I mean is that you have a team working for you with quite low performance, low productivity. They're spending a lot of hours in the office, but they don't get much done. So before we discuss or even think about a new role for you, you have to explain to me why you should stay in your current position.
Well, that's because they're all useless.
Well, Miss Johnson, you've been with Sim Software for a long time, and I want to talk about your performance. Where do you see yourself in this company?
I think that I've given this company my best years. If I work this hard, I should be able to move up the corporate ladder.
That's great, but it's not that easy. You need to have goals and strong leadership skills to move into management. Could you outline your goals for me?
I hope to continue growing in my job here. I want to take on more responsibility and manage a team and new projects.
Since you became the team leader of software development, productivity has gone up. But can you motivate your team in the future?
I think that if I give them incentives, they push harder to reach the quotas.
If you really wish to move into management, you have to set an example for other employees. What else can you do to send messages to others with your attitude at work?
By doing my best, I give others an example of what they should be doing. I think they can learn from me.
Good. But if you have a problem with one of your workers, what do you think you should do first?
Well, I hope that would never happen. But if it did, I would work out any problems with that worker. I would talk to them aside from work, socially, or after hours.
Good. If I were you, I'd keep up the good work. There are real possibilities, and any wishes you have can come true if you work hard.
Thanks! Since my last reviews have all gone so well, I want to discuss the possibility of getting a raise.
If you're telling me that your staff is useless, look at yourself in the mirror.
But I've been working really hard. I work 16 hours a day just to cover what they're not doing properly.
It's about the output. You're lagging behind here in 5 out of 6 projects.
Let's first look at some useful words from the movie. Performance. When we talk about performance, this means how well you work. Productivity. At our jobs, we produce work. If you produce a lot of work in a little time, we call that good productivity. A raise. A raise means you get more money or you increase your salary. Now let's look at a type of conditional sentence. The second conditional. Miss Young asks Miss Johnson what she would do if she had a problem with one of her workers. Here's her answer.
Well, I hope that would never happen. But if it did, I would work out any problems with that worker.
If it did happen, I would work out any problems with that worker. This sentence is the second conditional. We use the construction if followed by would. You use the second conditional when you imagine a situation. Here's another example.
Good. If I were you, I'd keep up the good work.
If I were you, I'd keep up the good work. Now Miss Young is imagining that she is in Miss Johnson's position, so she uses the second conditional. I'd is the same as I would. Remember that the verb in the if part of the sentence is in the past tense, were, and in the would part of the sentence, the verb is in the present, keep.
I think the problem is that people are not pushed or motivated or energized at all to achieve what they really can together with you.
Now it's your turn to practice. Fill in the gaps to make this sentence into the second conditional. If I were you, I would ask for a raise. You can also say, I'd ask for a raise. Do the same here. If I had any problems, I would talk to my boss. Before we go, Miss Johnson would like to earn some more money. Can you remember the word she uses which means more money? That's right, Miss Johnson asked for a raise.
I think the problem is that people are not motivated, they are not pushed, they are not energized to achieve what they can achieve with you as a leader. Why has this happened? Do you know why I think this has happened? How you're dressed. You have to look at what you look like, Paul. It's about you making that team perform every little extra inch that they possibly could. When are you going to get them out on that soccer field and make them score every goal they can and just defeat the competitors? When are you going to do that, Paul? When are you going to take the team into that room and just make them cheer to you as a leader? When are they going to be pushed and motivated as they have never been before? Huh? Are you even listening?
Good job! Today we learned some words used in business English. Performance, productivity, a raise. We also learned about the second conditional. We learned that we use the second conditional for an imagined situation. Like, if I were you, I would look for another job. Or, if I had a problem with a worker, I would talk to them.
Actually, I think I'm a great boss. That team loves me. So when am I going to get a raise?
A raise, Paul?
Please, Paul.
We're not discussing a raise. We're discussing
Well,
how
you're
to
useless.
keep you in this
You're
position.
fired.
Hello, Paul, wake up. You have to start being able to motivate your team, to push them. If that can happen, you can stay with this company. If not, I'm sorry. So get started now, okay? And then we'll continue this discussion later. Hopefully we can sit here 1 year from now and maybe discuss a raise of your salary, but not today. Goodbye, Paul. So work hard, play hard, but no raise.